Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Seahawks franchise. This week we're playing against the Eagles, who are actually the #2 seed in the NFC. So this is a big game for us. This is also going to potentially propel us back into the playoff race, as long as we come out with a win this week after getting 3 straight victories. Before we get into the game, we have a couple things to go through. First thing is game planning elite quarterbacks. So we got a game plan for Jalen Hurts, and I'm assuming it's going to be. We're going to try to contain his scrambling, force him to pass. And obviously, we're going to try to shut down the passes to A.J. Brown as much as possible. But really, the big thing is we don't want to let Jalen Hurts scramble. We don't want to let the tush push happen. Obviously, that's not a thing in Madden. But in real life, that would be a big concern. We have a short week, too. This is a Thursday night football game. And so, let's see. Let's talk about it. See what this is going to do to affect our team. Brandon Graham, one of the veterans on the roster, upset that we have to play on Thursday against his former Eagles. Let's take a look at free safety. We're going to leave strong safety for next week. Terrell Huffman. We starred him. He's got B-man, B-tackle, A to C zone, and hit power. 22 years old, out of Florida. 5'11". Pretty solid athlete, got good block shed, kick returns in A, which is unique usually for a safety. It's not something to focus on, but he seems to be a great kick returner. And so he doesn't have great excel or agility. He's just got great speed. And he seems to have pretty good strength as well. So we added him. And then Danny Medlock, 6 foot, out of Texas, a zone safety. And I think, based off of what I've seen in the previous videos, you guys don't really like to go through too much of the prospects individually. So I'm going to do more of a brief overview of the safety, or the free safety class in this case. So instead of going through each individual prospect, I'm just going to go through, talk about the class, and we'll just kind of speed through this. Let me know if you want me to go back to looking at individual prospects that we're going to add to our big board. Otherwise, I'm just going to do that off camera so we can save some time. Overall, at the free safety position, we got a couple round 1 to 2s. We have one round 1 prospect right now who I think is actually, based off of the athleticism, he might be a round 1 to 2, but based off of the skill set, he may be worth a round 1 talent. And then for round 2 to 3, we have 2 guys. We got Amani Dillard, who I like his size, and Justin McMichael, which is an interesting last name. We got a couple of round 3 to 4s. And a couple of day 3s. I really haven't been super happy with the safety classes I've seen in this year's Madden. I don't know what it is, but it feels like the safety position is always so much weaker than the corner classes that I'm seeing. The corners are always like 6'4" and have 95 speed and have great like man and zone coverage. And it feels like the safeties are just like, it almost feels like they just made them linebackers. Like there's no Earl Thomas in the class. There's no Cam Chancellor. There's just a whole bunch of, kind of like 5'10" unathletic safeties with like maybe good man or good zone. It's rare to find a great safety prospect for whatever reason in this Madden. That's been my experience. I don't know about you guys. And before we get into the game, we have one upgrade for Dion Gooden, who had a pretty nice performance last week. I believe he had a touchdown last week, and we're going to upgrade his deep threat. He's already got 75 deep route running. That's what he's by far his best at when it comes to route running. He gets +2 more to deep route. His short and medium are pretty bad, but so he's playing up to a 77 deep route. He's now actually at a 75 without the boost. DK coming off of a great game last week, and Ken Walker again has had 3 straight fantastic weeks as well. And this Eagles team, the Eagles in real life this past season have been kind of a joke after they started out, like 8-0 or something. Fell apart, lost in the first round of the playoffs. But this Eagles team this year in Madden, they're very good. 87 overall. They're the #2 seed, like I mentioned earlier, in the NFC. And while they're only 7-5, we got to win this game. We got to continue the winning streak, try to get it to 4 to actually have a potential chance to get into the playoffs, especially with how competitive our NFC West division is. This is a huge game for us at home. And on the kickoff, Myers kicks it, and returning it is going to be, I don't even know who that is. Jalen Hurts in the offense coming out in the field. And we're mostly going to try to play nickel against this team. And the reason we're going to play nickel, I feel like, is because we need to contain Jalen scrambling a little bit more. And I think the more speed on the field benefits us in trying to do that. Watching the turnaround. Woolen gets back, can't pick it off, but at least knocks it away at the last second. forcing the incompletion. I was hoping that Woolen could get that pick with his 6'4" frame, but couldn't really locate the ball super well. We're going to contain the quarterback. Hopefully that does something. We're not doing a spy right now, but wow, Brandon Graham coming through, complaining about having to play on Thursday Night Football, but making a huge play against his former team, forcing the loss of yards. And now we got him behind the sticks. We're going to play way off. We're playing zone coverage, though. You notice we're going to play a lot of zone coverage versus this team because, let's see. Jalen, we got to try to stop him, and he's going to throw it away. Playing zone coverage against a scrambling quarterback is usually a lot better than playing man coverage because corners will have their backs turned, linebackers will play upfield, and then if Jalen Hurts gets outside the pocket or, steps up in the pocket, he could just run for 20 yards for free. That's the big concern if we don't have a spy. If we're running man coverage, we probably want to stick with a spy. And that still relies on one guy being able to contain Jalen Hurts. Coming out, running the football. Already a good start for us getting that initial stop. We get the ball to start the second half. On the run, solid block by Dan Arnold. Noah Fant couldn't really get a great block off. The big thing is, how much penetration do we get with the block? And Noah Fant almost went backwards. When what we want to do is we want to create that rush lane, and he did not do that. That would have been picked off. So I'm happy we got the incompletion on that. Dan Arnold was wide open, but I was looking for Noah Fant. I was looking for that defender to slouch off of Noah Fant, but he didn't at all. It was definitely going to be a pick. Okay, coming out with the pass. We're looking deep. Oh my god, the safety came across. Or no, that was Darius Slay. Came all the way across to pick that off. Over the middle of the field, Jalen Carter got injured. Thought DK was wide open, honestly, on the post route. Thought he was naked on the post. Instead, Jalen Carter gets injured. We throw the pick. And they get it right back to basically where they were at previously. And again, we're going to come out nickel again. Over the middle, we got Devin Bush, Trent Simpson, and Christian Patterson. And play action. And this should be a pick from Devin Witherspoon, and it is. Bad ball by Jalen Hurts. And Witherspoon makes him pay down to the 41. Back-to-back turnovers. All right, we got to settle down a little bit on offense, though. After that interception, we're going to try to run the football a little bit more. Try an RPO with Gooden here. And they're sending a blitz. This could be big. If JSN could have gotten a block off, that would have been a much more fruitful pass. I can't believe I just used fruitful in a sentence. Okay, we're going to try running Ken Walker up the middle. Look at that. That penetration by... That couldn't have been Carter, could it? Because Carter just went out with an injury. I don't know who that was for them. I think that was Fletcher Cox. Watching JSN on the out and... Oh, no! Dude. If this was any other quarterback, I'm pretty sure that's just a completion. That ball floated so long on the 5-yard out that it got picked off by Chuck Clark for the pick six. I thought it was so wide open, but it just hung in the air forever. Well, we really have shot ourselves in the foot on offense. The defense has played so well, getting that initial stop and getting the pick. But we need to figure out what we are doing on offense. The pass to Noah Fant is there, but he couldn't locate the ball. It looked like it went between his hands. And yeah, this is getting frustrating pretty quickly. This is reminding me of us, early in the season. Try another run. Ken Walker. And Walker gets 2 yards on the carry, averaging 2 per carry so far, which isn't great. Okay, this is what we've been training Ken Walker for. We see so many guys down the line of scrimmage running that double nickel A-gap pressure. And so Gooden should be wide open or Fant. And Gooden is wide open. An accurate ball finally from Geno. Gooden brought down at the last second. Could have got more yards potentially. But we are at the 50. Gonna try a read option. Looking to key in off of Hassan Reddick, see what he does. And Hassan Reddick just sits there and waits. And we just couldn't get a great block on the left side. The running game is really struggling. Yeah, we're going to double down on the run. We lost a yard on the previous run attempt. This time, trying to stretch to the left. Good lead block by Dan Arnold. Ken Walker picks up some yards finally. Makes a sizable dent, making it 3rd and 6. At the 50, this looks like a zone coverage. Or RPO should be wide open. If we don't pick up the first, we're going to go for it. JSN again with a terrible block attempt on the RPOs. I mean, he is awful at blocking at RPOs. Maybe he should just be the receiver in the RPOs. I mean, it makes sense with his agility, but goddamn, he cannot block at all. Okay. Looking for Ken, and Ken Walker with the truck. Picks up 8 on the catch. Gino now 50% completion. Still, obviously, with those 2 picks to begin with, it's going to be hard to fix those stats. And again, we're looking for this 5-yard out, and it should be, it's not there. Instead, we got Gooden wide open and kind of an inaccurate pass, but Gooden holds on to it down to the 14-yard line. And that's one thing I feel like I always, every single time I come back, I got to remember that Gino cannot throw a fastball. He cannot throw a fastball. Everything is lofted, basically. Even when you throw a bullet pass, it's lofted. And Ken Walker loses a yard. I'm going to try a run with McIntosh. He hasn't seen a lot of play lately. Neither has Zach Charbonnet, if I'm being honest. And if McIntosh was any faster, that should have been a gain of like 7 or 8 yards. Instead, it's a gain of 1. Okay, we're putting DK in the slot, which I actually do like. We got Jason on a corner route, too. So we're going to play off of this safety. It looks like it's man coverage. And I think the corner route should be there. And it's going to be out of bounds. Damn. All right, we're going to take the field goal. We got Chandler Jones in. We're going to probably sub Boye Mafe in here in a second. And it's going to be play action. We're watching over the middle. Nothing's there. And trying to strip him didn't work. Jalen Hurts kind of evaded the tackle, picked up the first. We had everything covered. And sometimes when we have everything covered, that just means that he's going to escape. And we're going to go into man coverage, and that means we're going to put Devin Bush into a spy. Let's play action again. And this time, Tariq got beat so bad by Devontae Smith. Tariq is faster, though. Should bring him down. Trent Simpson finally does. That was the first completion for Jalen Hurts. And that was for 50 yards. All right, we got to try to wall up. We're coming out in 3-4 with both Boye Mafe and Derek Hall on the edges. Still no Toby Nowak because why bother? Gonna be a run up the middle. We're there immediately. Boye Mafe. Oh, it looked like it was a last-second fumble, but he fell back on it anyways. They might review this one. They're not going to review it. So it was a legitimate fumble, but he just landed on it. But yeah, Boye Mafe immediately destroyed that play. Another run up the middle. And we're through quickly. This run defense out of this base 3-4 with this set of players is playing really well. We're going to come out and cover 3. We're going to contain on the outside. We're going to send... Oh, crap. We couldn't get it off in time. And Devontae Smith dropped it. We got incredibly lucky. Jalen now 1 for 5. They're going to take the field goal, I assume. And they're going to. Going to try some play action. See if JSN can get open on a crosser. Not sure that they're going to bite considering we have 9 rushing yards. And, man, they came through so quickly, we couldn't even get the throw off. Usually we have at least enough time to throw it to the crosser. But Josh Sweat came in for free. Everyone came in for free, to be honest. I guess it was because they were running contain, and it was play action. But, I mean, Gino was just straight in the middle of the pocket. The block shed coming through immediately, and Ken Walker getting maybe a yard. This D-line right now is wrecking the game. We got to figure out a way to stop them from doing that. A lot easier said than done. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. We got to get some passes out faster, maybe run some RPOs some more often, maybe some halfback screens. Noah Fant wide open, holds onto it, beats the safety. I think there's one guy left to beat. He's going to. Noah Fant's got the speed. Deshaun Elliott, I believe, can't catch him for the touchdown. A breakaway score from our tight end, and that's what Noah Fant offers with his elite speed. Probably the second fastest tight end in the league behind Kyle Pitts. All right, we're back in this. We're going to bring in man blitz, and we are going to get this QB spy off in time for Devin Bush, who matches up, I think, pretty well with Jalen. And it's going to be a pass. Oh, Witherspoon had a chance for his second pick. Instead, he gets mossed by A.J. Brown badly. A.J. Brown catches it. And so far, I'm feeling pretty good about the pass defense. Someone got injured. I didn't see who it was. Feeling pretty good about the pass defense, though, because everything that Jalen Hurts has completed has been for big yards. The first one... Oh, Christian Patchen, we wish we could have... See, can we force a fumble? No. First pass completion for Jalen Hurts was legit just open. It's going to be a quadricep strain for Chandler Jones. The second completion, that was pretty lucky. I mean, Witherspoon was in a perfect position to pick it off, but A.J. Brown bailed him. And, oh, gotta watch the read option. Witherspoon can't make the tackle. He should have been able to make that tackle, man. We're finally Marquise Blair Does make the tackle. Okay. They're kind of getting what they want against us right now. Toby Nowak is in. We're probably going to sub him out in a second here for Mafe out of nickel. Oh, and we forced incompletion with Trent Simpson. Great job. Felt like that should have been another pick there. Jalen Hurts is throwing some scaries. Going to come out in zone coverage. Could be a run. Yeah, trips out on the right side. Got it over to the left. And it is going to be a run. And we're there immediately swarming on DeAndre Swift. Love how we're playing our run defense. It's mostly just Jalen Hurts just making crazy plays. The only reason they have points. Jalen Hurts running or Jalen Hurts throwing a ridiculous pass that shouldn't be caught. Over the middle, Jalen Hurts trying to escape. He didn't get sacked. Finally, he's brought down by Derek Hall. Derek Hall's 5th or 6th sack on the season. Great job by Derek Hall getting that sack. I'm not sure who was in there first. Let's see who was in here first on the play. Jalen Hurts sitting there for a minute, escapes out, and it looks like Kenya Porter just kind of tripped. Didn't get the chance to really get the sack, and then finally Derek Hall came over and cleaned it up. Okay, gonna try another run for Ken Walker. Gonna run this one to the left. See if that pulls the defense at all. The lead block, and Jordan Davis game-wrecking once again. We're gonna come out empty. See if this can help us at all. Got Ken Walker out one-on-one with Darius Slay, which I kind of like because that just means that Darius Slay is not on one of our best receivers. Oh, crap. Noah Fant with the catch. Going to be for a gain of no yards. Was kind of worried about it was going to get picked off there. All right, after the 2-minute warning, we're going to go a little conservative and try a tight end screen out of empty. There's a really high likelihood we don't pick up the first down, but this is being a little bit more conservative. See if Noah Fant can finally release. Get some blocks. Fant can't get the first down. Didn't really think we had much of a shot to get it there. And we're going to have to punt it with 1:50 left as they use their timeout. Hit him back, hopefully. Bringing Nowak down there. And trying to force a fumble. A big hit by Trenton Simpson. They're going to start from their own 29. We're going to come out with 3-4. They have 3 receivers out here. But I'm more concerned about Jalen Hurts scrambling. So we're going to send Devin Bush on a spy. I'm going to play with Mafe. And on the 10-yard out, Tariq got beat. Nothing we can do about that one. Doesn't matter if it was man or zone coverage. DJ Chark as one of their receivers is interesting. So they got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and DJ Chark. 3 receivers out left. Jalen Hurts trying to scramble. We come through, and Kenya Porter gets the sack after he trips. That's going to be our 2nd sack, and that 2 sacks might be the 2nd most sacks we've had all season, I think. We hardly get sacks. We had several games without getting a single sack. 10-yard out. A.J. Brown doesn't get tackled by Devin Witherspoon, and Julian Love can't catch him. And A.J. Brown's going to take this one all the way for the 20-10 lead. We have a minute remaining, though, to make something happen. That last possession, we were getting killed by 10-yard outs. This looks like it's zone coverage. So we're going to move Noah Fant over to the left. See how that affects the defense. DK Metcalf is unguarded right now. That brings somebody over. DK's got a one-on-one. We're going to give him that opportunity, and he caught it. Had to readjust after Gino got hit on the throw. Came back and still made the play. I love DK. Without DK, I've said this before, I don't know where we would be. But it wouldn't be a 6-6 record. Watching for DK on the zig. He beat his man one-on-one. DK goes out of bounds. Josh Sweat is injured on the play. And if Jalen Carter is still out and Josh Sweat is out, they're going to be really starting to get thin there on the D-line. Which is pretty big for us because they were killing us. Okay, we got to switch to something else. We're going to go to Flood. Out of gun tight. And I'm looking for any sort of potential mismatch. I'm not really seeing much. Underneath, we're going to throw it to Gooden. Gooden's got the speed to get to the sideline, pick up the first down. And 40 seconds remaining, 2 timeouts, plenty of time. Tion Gooden with 4 catches already for 50 yards, having a huge impact already. I think adding him as our wide receiver 3 has been pretty massive. And DK beat his man. He's got the one-on-one. The ball's hanging out there. Oh, and we threw it with too much lift under it. And DK just ran out of the back of the end zone. Damn. He was open. He beat his man. We just had to get that ball out earlier. Looking underneath. JSN holds on to it using a timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Worst case scenario, this is going to be play action. We should get a field goal out of this. Can't take a sack. Obviously can't turn the ball over. And, oh, it's a dangerous pass. Could have been picked off. The safety came down and played it. We'll take the field goal and take this one 20-13 at half. This one should go in. I got a little less power on it than usual, but it does drop through. All right, we start the second half with the ball. We try a read option. And Ken Walker escapes, gets out to the edge. Does a great job evading that initial tackle and picking up big yards after contact. Thought it was going to go nowhere again, to be honest, because they've been all over the run game. And try an RPO again here. Get back to what we think is going to work against this defensive line in front 7. Jan Gooden. Again, you know, 2 guys blocking 1 guy. Our RPOs suck. I run so many RPOs in so many other franchises and in so many other, I don't know, just leagues in general, and RPOs are never this bad. It's something wrong with JSN and with DK Metcalf. Noah Fant can't hold on to. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I think DK kind of did his job on that RPO, though, and I think that JSN just blocked somebody. This dude is allergic to RPOs, allergic to run blocks, and let's see. Ooh, this is a dangerous ball. JSN's wide open, though, holds on to it. DB got completely lost. We got very lucky, because if he was aware of what was going on, that should have been picked off. Watching Hassan Reddick on the read option. You know he's going to keep it. Slide down. No, he got murdered. He tried to slide, was too late, and they killed Gino on the play, and it's a fumble. That's a really bad turnover to start the game. Start the second half, I mean. Really bad turnover. All right, send it a man blitz. And Swift brought down quickly, only for the 1-yard gain. So now 6 carries for just the 1 yard. We're doing great stopping DeAndre Swift so far. And stopping running backs has been an issue for us in the past, too. So I'm really happy with that performance, but got to figure out a way to stop. Not stop, but slow down Jalen Hurts as much as possible. Throwing underneath, coming in with a tackle. Devin Bush. Be 3rd and 7. Number 1 thing we got to worry about, the scramble. We're going to contain. We're going to send Patterson on the spy this time. Got trips over to the left side. Watching the ends. And there's no way he made that throw. Okay, finally, Goddard has gone down, but to run to your left and do a flick pass, you know, doing a half spin as you're throwing the football is absurd. We had that play completely locked up. We got him exactly where we wanted him with the spy. Derek Hall. I almost said Boye Mafe. Derek Hall with the tackle for the loss of 1. Huge. Try to keep them out of field goal range. Keep this a 1-possession game. We're watching the read option again. This time it's a run. And we brought down Swift for only a 3-yard gain. Still doing a great job. 3rd and 7 again in the exact same position we were just in. They come out and cover 3 again. We're not spying this time. We will contain, though. Spreading that D-line. Fully expect a pass. Could be the exact same play they ran a second ago. It is the exact same play. Jalen Hurts. Trent Simpson can't bring him down. They got the first down. That should have been a sack, man. Oh, my God. Damn, man. We know what's going to happen. We're playing it perfectly. We're playing the contain. He's beating the contain. Oh, my God. DeAndre Swift. Go down, please. Finally, he picks up big yards. Trent Simpson gets injured. A play after not being able to tackle Jalen Hurts for the stop. And he looks like he hurt his back. And that would be a huge loss for us. When we're playing nickel defense, he's really important. But damn, dude, we know that he's scrambling on 3rd and 7. And we just can't stop it. We know what's going to happen. We're playing it perfectly. And Jalen Hurts is still just making something happen. It's so frustrating. There's just nothing we can do. A.J. Brown drops the ball. Great job by Devin Bush forcing that incompletion. Definitely thought that Brown was going to catch that. 2nd and 10. Another opportunity to get them into a 3rd and long. Let's do it. We're going to spy. I definitely see a run play potentially here. It's going to be a pass. Throwing it underneath is Swift. Coming in and making the sure tackle is Trey Flowers, who's in for the replacement of Trenton Simpson. We're going to bring Trenton Simpson back in. And sorry if you hear an ambulance or a fire truck behind me. Not sure if that's going to come through or not. 3rd and 10. We got him in the position. We know they're going to try to scramble here. Jalen Hurts trying to scramble. Can we get the sack? We finally do. Kenya Porter and Derek Hall combined for the sack. And Derek Hall is up to 2 sacks now. And 4 sacks for the game. And it's huge that we're containing Jalen Hurts without having to necessarily bring a spy. Well, they ended up missing the field goal, which is huge for us. I like this one-on-one for DK on the left side with Bradbury, I think. And it looks like it's zone, actually. Throw it over the top. A little bit risky, but DK brings it down. Great job keeping his feet in bounds on that play. Hopefully they don't review, because that was a little suspect. They're not going to review. DK is now an X factor. Gonna try one run, then we're throwing it to DK in the end zone. Ken Walker picking up 3 yards. Looked like it was 5, but it was only 3. All right, we got the play we want. Love this route for DK to get open in the end zone. As long as that safety isn't helping. Safety's running away. It's going to be a one-on-one. We're throwing it up to DK. With Bradbury, DK's going to catch it. And he is the ultimate bailout for our team. I mean, god damn. What a catch. What a play. DK is saving the day once again. Didn't mean for that to rhyme. But we are all tied up after they missed their field goal attempt. This is, with 40 seconds left in the third, this is to continue the win streak. Oh, DeAndre Swift coming through. Tariq coming, making the tackle, along with Devin Bush. Is just laying the wood at an insane rate. Doing a great job over the middle. He is telling us right now he does not want to be replaced, even though he's right around that age where that might be a legit option or idea. We're all over Goddard. Throwing underneath to Swift. We missed the tackle. Patterson brings him down. They're at the 50 basically now. That's going to be the end of the quarter. Yeah, we're bringing cover 1. 1st and 10 from basically the 50. And it's going to be a run for Swift. We come through, make the tackle immediately with Devin Bush. 1 yard gain for him. Averaging 2 yards a carry. At least Ken Walker is slightly outperforming that. Going to come into cover 3 now. Going to be on Trenton Simpson. And it's going to be another run for DeAndre Swift, who's brought down. Derek Hall doing a great job in tackling again. Making it 3rd and short. And you know what we're going to do. We're going to come out and cover 3 out of nickel. We're going to contain on the outside. And we're just going to basically try to bait Jalen into scrambling and hope we can get the sack. And, oh, damn it. They run almost the same play every single time on 3rd. It's almost always 2 in routes on the left side. And he's always looking left. And then if it's not there, he's looking to scramble. We're going to man blitz. And, oh, crap. DeAndre Swift. Brought down finally by Patterson. They're going to be at the 32. If we can hold him to a field goal, I'm okay with it. Can't give up the score here, though. Can't give up the TD. Come out and cover 3 again. Bend but don't break. Oh, I cannot feel it right now. Watching underneath. And Jalen Hurts has got all the time in the world to make that pass. Be a gain of 8 yards. We're going to bring a zone blitz. Try to get a little aggressive. Going to be all to the right side. It could be an inside zone, so we could stop the run with this too. And, oh my god. DeAndre Swift just killed somebody on the blitz. I don't know who it was, but it's going to be 3rd and inches. To me, it's always incredibly difficult to stop the Eagles on 3rd and inches. We're bringing everybody down. We're showing blitz. It's going to be a pass. And Goddard dropped it. Lane Johnson also got injured on the play, 4th and inches, with an injury to their right tackle. They're going to take the field goal instead. And Goddard just, I don't know how you have a concentration drop in that situation. That's huge for us. They take the field goal, and now we have a chance to go out, win this game at home with a touchdown. 5 minutes left. We can take our time, try to burn clock as much as possible, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to kill all of the time. On the return, good blocks. Gooden up to the 30-yard line. Starting to get better at these returns with Gooden. Gino coming out onto the field and has played really well ever since those 2 interceptions to start the game. Still haven't been able to get the running game really going, though. They try to change that on this play. Great blocks. Ken Walker, 5 yards. We're going to do one more run for Walker. With a light box, this should be a first, I think. And they shed so quickly, but Ken Walker picks up the first anyways. Basically, we're just trying to run away from Jordan Davis. and run away from him just blowing up the run. Wherever he's at, we're trying to go the opposite direction. He's borderline playing like Aaron Donald right now. Deion Gooden on the 5-yard out picks up 8 yards before going out of bounds. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit, try a halfback screen, see if we can catch him off guard. Looks like it could be zone coverage, and that's what I'm hoping for. And damn, man, we couldn't get that lead block from Lucas. Looks like we got a 1-on-1 with DK, though. We're going to send JSN over. We're going to send him on a go. Looks like it's definitely zone coverage. DK is probably going to get matched up with that outside corner, Bradbury. Instead, Gooden is wide open. Going to give it to him. He holds on to it. Does a great job carrying a defender down to the 36-yard line. We're already in field goal range with 3.5 minutes remaining. I think DK has lost his X factor from a lack of targets, and he has, which is a bummer. That would have been huge for trying to moss somebody. We get a false start after selecting the wrong play. This is a great chance to try an RPO. Looks like it's man coverage, though. So instead, what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to send DK on a go. We're going to send Gooden on a go, and we're going to send JSN on a slant. If DK can beat the press, we're throwing it to him, and he did beat the press. No safety help. It's going to be an accurate pass. DK's going to take it all the way for his second score of the game. And we now have the lead with about 2 minutes left. When the Eagles know they have to play for the TD, though, it's going to be incredibly difficult to stop them on all 4 downs. Yeah, see if we can get them to a 3-and-out early. Hopefully they can punt the football away. Watching over the middle. Oh, Jalen Hurts, of course. We exited the middle with Devin Bush, vacated it. Jalen Hurts just ran it right up the middle, which is sort of that same concern you have when you're playing man coverage. But we did it in zone, and he exploited it again. The scrambling is insane. Doesn't matter if we spy, doesn't matter if we contain. He's just a problem. And throwing it short. Oh, my God. Woolen should have picked it off. I don't know how we didn't get an interception there. Tariq should have dove for that. I felt like that was definitely pickable. Never said that before. Pickable. And we're playing double coverage. Devontae Smith just outran Trenton Simpson and Christian Patterson, though. I mean, he does have pretty damn good speed. Trenton Simpson's pretty fast, too, though. I don't know why he got killed so badly. Probably because his man coverage is so low. But they are well within field goal range. Obviously, they need the touchdown. They're in the red zone. 3 receiver set. We're going to just start bringing pressure on Jalen Hurts. Try to force him into a mistake. I expect them to start running the football more. It's play action. We got pressure pretty quickly. Goddard actually catches it this time, though, and Blair brings him down after a 7-yard gain. That's going to be inbounds. Clock is going to run. And going to continue to bring man and zone blitzes. And let's see. Devontae Smith. Watching A.J. Brown. Let's get the sack. We can't bring him down. Jalen Hurts picks up the first. It should have been a sack, and then it should have been a tackle for like a 2-yard gain. And Jalen Hurts, again, escapes so many potential tackles. It's insane, man. I don't know what to say. There's nothing I can do to stop this. Watching the slant. We're all over it. Get Jalen Hurts. Get him. It's going to be a gain, not a sack. Minute remaining. I'm going to start using timeouts. I'm worried. We're at the 2. I don't know how we stop them here. It would be huge to stop them, but I don't think we do it. We're watching the read option. Throwing it underneath, and they hold on to it this time. Devontae Smith for the TD. Jalen Hurts is just a one-man scrambling wrecking machine. I don't know what to do to slow him down. Doesn't matter if we spy. Doesn't matter if we contain. Doesn't matter if we actually get to him, because he's just going to break the tackle. Dude is unstoppable. Okay, 50 seconds left, 2 timeouts. You know we got to throw some shots up to DK. He's got a one-on-one. And DK beat his man again, and he's gone! He beats Bradbury again for another touchdown with 40 seconds remaining. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know what Bradbury was doing. He completely misplayed the go route. Let's take a look at this play again. I'm not sure what happened, but that was beautiful. DK's 3rd touchdown of the game. He is, I mean, we got to test him for PEDs or something. He is playing out of body. He had a 5-yard step on Bradbury. And Bradbury was playing off coverage too. It wasn't press coverage. Yeah, let's look at this again. Bradbury just gets caught changing angles, changing with his hips, and just leaves. I mean, DK just left him in the dust. Alright, this would be a heartbreaker to lose this game, so let's not lose it. Playing cover 3. I'm playing contain. We know it's a pass. They got all 3 timeouts, though, so they could still very easily be scrambling with Jalen. Throwing it underneath. Christian Patterson is there, and finally we bring whoever that was down. Garrett Bradbury injured on the play. Going to come out and cover 3 once again. We do expect the pass. Bringing Trenton Simpson over. They got trips over on the left side again. Watching it underneath. Throwing it underneath is not going to do much for them. We're going to use that second timeout. We're going to come out and cover 3 again. They got 4 receivers out now. We're coming out and cover 3. Just got to not give up anything deep. And they're just taking the underneath shots. DeAndre Swift with the catch. I think it's 2nd and 8. They're running out of time. They use another timeout. That's all of them. And they've barely moved down the field. They're at their own 35 still. That's kind of shocking. Okay. They're moving the receivers again. They're all over it with Trenton Simpson. Watching the deep middle. Throwing back. Not able to keep his feet in bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 20 seconds remaining. Okay, we're switching to dime. So we got Rayshon Jenkins in and Trenton Simpson in. Christian Patterson is out. We'll see if that affects us. The crosser is covered. Jalen Hurts looking to escape, but Nowak gets the sack. His 2nd sack of the game. Didn't realize it. That is all the time they had, and we come out with the win after Nowak gets his 2nd sack of the game in limited action. And we were all over Jalen Hurts this game. I think it was mostly because we were playing contain, and he was scrambling so much outside the pocket, but yeah, I mean, that was huge for us. Look at the stats after the game. Geno finishing with 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, with DK doing most of the work, if we're being honest, but 400 passing yards. Jalen having a pretty good game passing, actually. 2 TDs to the 1 interception at 300 passing yards. All right, running the football, we definitely struggled to run the ball, but Ken Walker still finishing with 12 carries for 50 rushing yards. And then receiving, DK Metcalf with 7 catches for 200 yards and the 3 touchdowns. Noah Fant having a big game, too. 4 catches for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. Mostly off of that one big 70-yard run, I think, or it was an 84-yard run after the catch. Yeah, and good, 7 for 70. And JSN having a very minimal involvement in this game, which is kind of weird. I feel like his involvement the last couple of games has been muted after we put Deion Gooden into the lineup for some reason. Christian Patterson leading the team in tackles with 10. Sacks, this is going to be surprising. Derek Hall with 2. Toby Nowak with 2. And the game-winning sack, if we're thinking about it. And Kenny Porter with a sack as well. A lot more sacks than we're used to seeing. Pause. And Devin Witherspoon with the interception. And then we had no forced fumbles. We had Boye Mafe with a forced fumble. And then after the game, we got an upgrade. And surprise, surprise, the upgrade is actually going to be for Toby Nowak. And then we have a couple of upgrades. Okay. So let's go down the line, and Julian Love, we're going to upgrade him as a hybrid because, again, we want to see that man coverage and zone coverage way up there so we can run some more man blitzes. We like to do that a lot, in my system at least. And then Abe Lucas, going to upgrade him continuously. I like to see my outside offensive linemen, my tackles, primarily as pass protectors. And then Devin Bush, we're going to upgrade him as pass coverage. Going to get him up to an 80 overall. Get him a boost of +1 to man, +3 to zone. Still only 26. I thought he was actually like a little bit older than that. But now up to 72 zone coverage, which is more than okay, really, for a middle linebacker. And then Trenton Simpson, we're gonna boost his hybrid because we definitely want to get that man coverage up there. And so let's see what that boosts it by. +2 to man, +1 to tackle. So his man is now going to be at 65, which if he was a middle linebacker, 65 man is fantastic. But as a safety, he still has a long way to go. Kenya Porter, we're going to upgrade his power rushing. Want him to be a little bit more balanced. He's already great as a run stopper, honestly. You saw him this last game, how great he was. He's got more block shed after that. And his block shed is now up to 79, 74 power moves. And his finesse is pretty okay, too, actually. Toby Nowak getting that upgrade that we were talking about. And you see how raw he is in some of these other categories. Power rushing, 68 is not that bad for a rookie, but we're going to upgrade his speed rush as an outside linebacker. And his zone coverage, I'm pretty sure his zone coverage is terrible. Yeah, he's got 45 zone. He's never going to be an outside 3-4 linebacker because I just need more zone coverage than 45. I need it to be in the mid-50s at minimum. His man coverage is actually higher than his zone. which is kind of weird. Boye Mafe getting an upgrade. He's been playing pretty well for us lately. Gonna boost his speed rushing. Now he's gonna be up to a 74 overall, and that is gonna boost what? His finesse and his tackle. His finesse is now up to 78. Pretty solid. And then we're not gonna worry about Cameron Young. He's not getting a lot of PT. It's actually mostly our other DT that's getting a lot of PT, Mike Morris. Contavious Street, we're not gonna worry about. McIntosh, we will upgrade him. McIntosh, we're gonna upgrade his receiving. That is what we want to primarily see out of him as a receiving back. And now, let's see, looking at his receiving, 81 catch, 72 short, 63 medium. And then Casey Thompson. Guys, Casey Thompson, he is a rookie for us. With 87 speed, the guy could develop into something eventually. And I see him primarily as likely a pass coverage middle linebacker. And so that's what we're going to upgrade for Casey Thompson. And he's very raw right now, but 22 years old, he's got plenty of time to develop and eventually potentially get a starting role. We'll see. +1 to man, +2 to zone. And he's up to 68 zone already, which is not too bad for being such a low overall. And we're going to auto-upgrade Cameron Young, Contavious Street. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. That we are on a 4-game win streak. I honestly did not see this coming whatsoever after being 3-6. I didn't see us coming back and making the playoffs. By any means. I thought we were going to be looking for a top 5 pick in the draft, but instead we are well within striking distance of making the playoffs now at 7-6. We got to wait and see what the Niners and Rams did in the NFC West, but we at minimum should be in there for a wild card spot going into next week. And next week we do play against the Niners, so that is going to be probably the biggest game of the season for us, a must-win game, and it would be 5 games in a row if we beat them. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.